some because to me, I think that it could lead to something else for them. If they're good, people listen, and then they'll say, "Hey, well, maybe I want to invite T, on the radio to talk about sports. Hey, maybe I want to invite Destiny somewhere, for her to talk about parenting or something to that nature. It's just like I'm just trying to do something with them to build a legacy, for them, so maybe they can get them a job or something, because like I'm a little bit older and it's just like I really don't expect, myself to get a job where I'll just be, doing podcasts or just writing. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I don't expect it because I have a full time job already. But I
But you
want
know what? I wouldn't, with your talent and your depth of knowledge, don't doubt that. Because, life changes on the dime sometimes.
right.
And I think, again, with the spirit that you have, the knowledge you bring, the respect that you have in this field, don't doubt that. Because pretty sure somebody's going to tap you pretty soon and be like, come on, Sharon, let's get it together. Let's go. I would never say don't doubt it because you never know.
Yeah,
Your spirit is young. Keep it going.
yeah. It's just like I'm just saying that because like I'm older, I'm 47, and I don't have that type. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's just like I had never would imagine that I would be writing for Dime Magazine either. And shout out to Dime Magazine for having me on, having me over there, and I just love it. I also wanted to ask you about how do you feel that the athletes, are speaking out about social justice issues because there's a lot of things that's been going on in the country, and the athletes, they're speaking out. Some people are mad, like I don't want to, stick to sports and all this. Why politics in sport? I'm not gonna watch this and that anymore. What are your thoughts about this?
Part of that I caught, and part of it is. So, do you ask me what do I think about the athletes who were taking a stance during Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, taking a stand on Black Lives Matter and taking a stand against, they talking about social justice issues. Yes.
I think that they should. Again, I've been talking about this here lately on a couple of shows that I've just done guest back on, and when people say that there's no such thing as politics in sports, there's no way to have politics without sports because these athletes are still human beings. These are still grown men. These are still, for a lot of them, these are still black men, Hispanic men, Asian men who have to leave these court seats still and still go live their lives. And once they take that jersey off, the world just sees them for whoever they are. They don't see the athlete anymore. The athlete portion is removed. And they're just that big black man, that big Latino guy, that little Asian, that big Asian, whatever, and that's how they're going to be treated. And to ever say that, taking politics out of sports, how do you do that when there's an athlete, who literally not a year ago won a lawsuit against the police because they beat him down? How do you tell, you can't really sit here and tell these men to not stand up for the wrongs that are being done to people like them?
Yeah, you talking about that
And
about
still,
Cephalosha.
yes, but you still want them to jump so high, run so fast, but you don't want them to speak out about the hurts that go on with them and their communities and their family members. Because even if it doesn't happen, even if it doesn't happen to us directly as Black people or people of color, it's adjacent. It's somebody we know. It's
Right.
somebody less than 1 degree away. It's not like 6 degrees of separation. It's your cousin, your brother, your father, your next door neighbor, your best friend that is affected by these things, and you see this happening. You have a responsibility because it could very well be you.
Exactly, because it's just like money does not predicate for us for not be treated, certain ways because it's just like we can't take off our skin. We can't do that. We can have money, but at the end of the day, we're still going to be Black people. We're still going to be brown people. It's just like that's just as simple as that. And people still will hate you regardless. If you can shoot a ball, you can throw a ball, you can hit a ball or whatever. So that's all that I have. I really appreciate you coming on. So, just like I'm going to tap into you, when we start getting guests, because I want you to be, my co-host sometimes. I'm really excited about this, but, we're going to make it do what it do. I appreciate you, girl.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Okay, all right. Bye-bye, girl.
Bye.